Hey, this is Doug Upstone for Vegas Pro Insiders Daily, and we have combination day today, just like last week. We're going to cover games in the NFL coming up this weekend concerning betting trends and line moves and such. Plus, got a couple of picks for tomorrow. Today's Wednesday, so tomorrow would be Thursday. And if you're watching this Thursday, of course, it would be that day. And we've got a couple of games there. And so I have line moves and free picks and betting trends and the works for you. So we're going to get to all that in a second. Hey, some people have sent me emails, text, what's Vegas Pro Insider Daily all about? Okay, I'll give you a quick synopsis as to what we're trying to do here. Whether it be through my picks and stuff, or with the other guys and the more premium package, which is the Inner Circle. Basically, what we're trying to do is to give you information that's designed to help you win, okay? You're going to get picks, okay, whether it be just mine or whether it be the other guys, depending on the package that you might want to buy. But the other thing is that you're going to get a bunch of other information. So like my super systems, okay, those are 80+% winning systems, okay. That's what I do. No matter the sport, we're still doing baseball, so we'll have those. And when basketball and hockey come along, we're going to have those as well for that. Top trends of the day, okay, or of the week for football. So it's the best of what I can find that I want to share to help you make your decisions for the upcoming weekend, or in this case for baseball on a daily basis. Also, Wise Guy plays, their consensus plays, and I also give like the two hottest handicappers, two hottest experts, as to what their picks are for that particular day, but it's consensus. So you have that. I have in-season systems, okay. These are things that are proprietary that I've developed over the years, and they're designed to fit based on particular numbers, things that are going on. So right now we're transitioning into football. I had some college. I expect to have maybe something for NFL this week, but it'll be a couple of weeks, for the NFL. So basically that's it. $39.99 for a month for the basic VPID package. $99 a month gets you the other handicapping experts along with the same information. So that gives you a picture of to what you potentially could be purchasing. Okay, so I just wanted to get that out there. I know people have inquired in any number of different facets. So how we're going to do this, we're going to cover, first of all, the NFL games on Sunday, and I'll give you the betting trends. It's basically what's been happening so far on those particular games. So first up, we got Tennessee and Jacksonville. Bettors were not that impressed, evidently, with what Jacksonville did last week in really thrashing Houston, and have taken them from a pick to +2 against Tennessee. Now, conventional wisdom says that Tennessee's the better team. And they are. Just overall, they got a better roster, more playmakers on there and everything. But here's the deal. On the AFC road, the Titans are 0-11-1 against the spread recently. Brutal. Speaking of brutal, though, who's going to back Jacksonville, or who wants to? Okay, I mean, you're going to get 2 points, but is that enough to get you excited to think they're going to win the game in a game that actually where they could promote themselves as being something better than just the Jacksonville Jaguars, the always lousy team? Right now, 81% of the betting public is on Tennessee, so huge number there. Next up, Cleveland and Baltimore, and we have a side and total on this particular game. Now, Baltimore's defense, as I've been talking about, was predicted to be among the best this season in the NFL, and boy, they got off to a great start with a shutout of Cincinnati. If they can stay healthy, that might be the case. Cleveland, the Browns are still the Browns at this point. Not very good. Cleveland has gone from +7 to +9 in this particular game. And, the equation fits. I mean, it certainly does make sense. And the Browns are 3-11 against the spread after one or more straight up losses. And in those games, they've lost by 11.9 points per game. Now, the total is also, as I mentioned, is doing something too. And it's gone down from 41 to 39. And of course, it's the same basic premise. The presumption is Cleveland's going to have a hard time scoring, and that Baltimore, will hold them down. But right now, 61% of the people are on Cleveland at that big number, and 68% of them are on the over. So a little contrast, despite which way the numbers are going. Next up, New England and the New Orleans Saints. Ooh, so much for the great improvement by the by the New Orleans defense. Only gave up 470 yards to Minnesota. And it wasn't just that. If you watch the game fairly closely, you saw a number of times where a linebacker was covering a wide receiver 25 yards down the field and had safety support, okay? I mean, just schematically, that's just pathetic. So I don't really know what's going on there, but I'm not impressed. And neither is anybody else, evidently, because New England, coming off their loss, has gone from 4.5 up to 6.5 against the Saints. You know that New England's going to play better. You would assume that New Orleans would play better, especially playing in the Dome at home. But when the Patriots have been outgained by 150 or more yards, 19-6 against the spread the next time out, 74% of the people are backing the Patriots to get the job done this week. Finally, our last game of this segment is Chicago and Tampa Bay. Now, Tampa Bay of course hasn't played. You know, they're going to go out for the first time, and they've gone from -5.5 to -7 in this game. Now, as I talked about last week, one of the things that I am concerned with here in this game about Tampa Bay is the fact that this is their first game, and last week I talked about first game favorites of 7 or more are not good bets. Have to wonder if that's the case, and I'll even make it potentially a stronger case for that being so, is the fact that Chicago's already played a game, so they'll have a 1-game advantage. Right now, 56% of the people are on Tampa Bay. Okay, so that's right. So let's get to the other 2 games that are going to be played on Thursday that we can talk about, and I'll give you the free picks on those too. Now, you probably might be asking yourself, "Hey, Doug, what's the deal with the slick hair?" Okay, I mean, what's with the wet look here today? Well, I'll tell you what. After thinking about how goofy Ben McAdoo, the Giants coach, looked with his slick hair, okay, and how well the Giants played, I thought I'd honor him, okay, by doing the same thing with the wet look, you know, and hopefully, though, my picks end up being better than how his Giants played, okay? That's kind of what the thought is. But so I'm just having a little fun on Ben McAdoo's part. So we'll just go with that. So first up, Cincinnati and Houston. Ooh, boy, did those teams play well last week, huh? Wow, both of them were brutal. They stuck it up. Yet the betting public likes where Cincinnati is in this particular instance, taking them from -3 all the way up to -6.5. As I looked at, in the last hour or so, that's a huge gain. Now Houston definitely has some problems. Will Fuller's out. I have no idea if they'll have any they'll have one somewhere, but they had 3 tight ends that were on concussion protocol. So, short week. Not sure any of those guys are going to see the field, so that's not a lot of weapons for whoever plays quarterback for Houston this week. So that's a tough spot. In this myself, I just have a lean of Cincinnati. I liked them at -3, 6.5, just a lean, not so much. Finally, we have the college game tomorrow on ESPN. New Mexico is at Boise State. Now, these are also 2 teams that really want to get some retribution because, boy, they had a tough time last week. New Mexico was playing their rival, New Mexico State. They're 7.5-point favorites. At the end of 3 quarters at home in Albuquerque, they're down 30-5. So they finally woke up, quit turning the ball over. They had 4 turnovers in the first 3 quarters. And they made a 23-point run, but came up short. Okay, lost 30-28. So that had to be very disappointing for them. And then we also had Boise State. Boise State had a 31-10 lead in Pullman against Washington State. The game was over. But then they started making mistakes and dumb mistakes, okay? And Washington State came all the way back in the fourth quarter, tied the game, and won in triple overtime. So Boise State can't be too happy about their situation either. It used to be the Broncos on the blue turf, automatic. Didn't matter what the spread was, you just played them. Those days are long gone. Since 2011, they are 12-26 against the spread in Boise. I'm not a big fan of New Mexico, overall. I think they have some weaknesses, but at 14.5, I'll have to lean with New Mexico in this case. It was 16.5, but that doesn't really affect me one way or the other. As long as it doesn't go to 214 or below, I'll stick with New Mexico as the play. So, hey, Doug Upstone with the wet head. Thanks, Ben McAdoo. Appreciate it. Gave me the inspiration. We'll see. I'll be back here on Friday. We'll have a whole load of college football picks for you to come back with. So until then, I am out.